though.
No, you're good, man. And then I'll pull mine up. I'll show you how I did it.
Okay.
I should rename this summary though.
Word from Liz. I guess I haven't heard anything.
I emailed her too. Like, I just keep emailing with this link just in case she gets back on, so she can catch up. But I don't know.
You know the crazy part, man. The crazy part is we hear about all these tragedies in all these other countries that get so much notoriety and everything, but then you don't hear anything that happens in what? She's in Tahiti?
Tonga.
Tonga. Tonga.
I know,
man. It's crazy.
Anything about it? Oh man. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just share my screen with you.
Okay, sounds good.
So you can kind of take a look at and I'll kind of walk you through how I did it.
Okay.
All right.
Because I've got mine pulled up, so I'll just watch you.
Okay. So what I did first is I just did it in steps. I think the first thing that it wants you to do is filter it. So let me do that.
So you filter everything.
Yeah. So I just filtered. I did custom sort. You have to sort it. They don't want you to use the filters. They want you to and then. Oh man, that didn't work the way I wanted to. That's how I did it. I just want you to see this. So what I did first is, you're supposed to do the 91 plus days first, and then you do largest to smallest. The only, then you just kind of work your way down the list of how you're supposed to do it. The only tip I have is that if you're here, right, say if I'm on this thread and I click add level, it throws the next level immediately under it.
Okay.
So I kind of it took me a minute or two to figure out how to make sure I get it right. So always make sure that you're clicking on so you do 90 days, click on this, then you hit add level to get to this. It might auto go back to the very top once you add in a level. So just make sure you click on the last level that you did and then add a level so you don't throw what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you do that first. Then you're supposed to do the totals. And the total is really easy. You just sum everything that's underneath here.
Yeah.
And then I just did a little box here. Total is just clarifying what it is for the standards of professionalism.
Okay.
What was next? Okay, and then you do this these icons here, these conditional formatting. So that was really simple. You just control click, and then you do conditional formatting. And so
the icon rules.
Yeah. I think I did these two. Did I do these two together? Yeah, icon. And then so I'll show you. Oh, dang it. Shoot. Sorry.
You're okay.
So it's pretty simple. The one thing that I didn't recognize when I started doing this is that you can click on no icon here. So when you're going through it, you can click on hit no icon, or you can click specific ones. So there's ones that as you can see, that they don't want you to have any yellow or green icons, and ones that you want yellow on. So, and then just the value, values are you put in here, and you can change, greater than, equal to, all that here. So that's pretty simple. Right. Some of these are the same. So I believe these two are similar, or these two are similar, something like that. So I just did both of these together, or was both of these anyway. Whatever it says in the mini project. Yeah, so that's step 3. Super simple. Last 12 months. Okay, the average. So again, this was simple. Did I do it here? So how I did it this one, they wanted you to look it up here. So I did the average at the end of this chart here.
Okay.
And so you just see average just across the board.
Okay,
And
so you're just doing the row on that. You're not doing the column.
yeah, you're just doing the row on that. So it's really simple. And I just did the first one,
Okay.
and then I copied it all the way down.
Yep.
Now, this is one of the things that was confusing is that in the instructions, they don't talk about a quarterly report until like they ask you to do the 12 months. But then here in step 5, they talk about a quarterly report, like the average sales for the most recent 3 months.
Okay.
So I put that in here as well in the summary. So you can see it here. I don't know if I was supposed to do that or not, but
Okay.
I know I looked it up, so I put it in there just so that they could have that statistic.
Okay.
And then, but going back to the first average sales a month, then you're also supposed to like format that. Again, you're probably, familiar.
On your average sales quarterly.
Oh, how
did you do that?
Looking it up.
Formula and looking it up. I know you do a VLOOKUP, but
yeah, that's what I did. So I did a VLOOKUP just to, I assume that's what he wanted us to do, or implement something we already learned.
Yeah.
So it's pretty simple. So because I put this at the end, I did the VLOOKUP here. So VLOOKUP, and then I clicked the summary. This number VLOOKUP. What is this equation? Lookup value. Oh, take that back. No, I clicked on the customer number. In the video, it talks about how they want you to use a customer number to look up, not the company name, because it's easier. So I clicked on the customer number, and then I did comma, and then I highlighted this entire table. Oh shoot, sorry. I highlighted this table.
Okay.
All here to average, and then it was 15 rows over. So then I hit 15. So you see here, and then false, and that pops up. And then I did the same thing for the quarterly sales. This number, highlighted the entire table, then that was row 16 and false. Is that pretty simple?
Okay.
I'm probably going to go back and put in a bar graph here just because this one has one. Again, I might not need this section, but I'm going to put it in there anyway, just since it's not super clear. So if you don't do it, you might, you might get more points than me. And then lastly, this one wasn't too bad. This was just an if statement, and it wanted you to base it off of whether you had more than if it has more than 7,000 on average for the year, or more than 7,000 in the last 3 months, they're a gold customer or something like that.
Okay.
The gold class, that's what they call it. And then so to get the gold insignia, I did an if statement. So it's if and then or. You need to have a parentheses here to separate your or statements, your or if statements. So the first one is pretty simple. It was, how did I do that before? So if this average sales number, and I didn't lock it, is greater than or equal to, and then I came over here and put in 7,000 just so that they can change it if they want to.
Okay.
So this number, and then I locked it, and I put this here for gold so that they can see that. Okay. And then I locked it, and then or comma, if it's this number is greater than this number, excuse me, the average sales.
Okay.
The average sales here is greater than or equal to that same number, comma, and then I typed in gold. So if either of those are true, I want gold to appear. Make sure you use the quotations. Then you do, and then it says if false. another F statement, same thing, except for use the silver, which it says 2000. So then I click here. In the video, it also talks about how you don't need to put you don't need to overcomplicate it. If it's greater than 2000 and you're worried about it like reading like in the 7000s and doing it silver because of how the if statement works, anything over 7,000 is going to be automatically have the word gold appear. All right. Okay. And then silver is what I put in here, as you can see. And then if not, blank.
Okay.
Okay. It's pretty simple.
Yep.
And then the last thing I think is just the formatting for this. And you might know a faster way to do it. You might have figured it out. I couldn't figure it out. So the only way I did the formatting here was just one at a time, which was kind of, it took a little time. So for each column, I had to create a new rule. So I did if K4. So if this one equals gold, then I want it to be yellow. All right.
Okay.
And then I did for this one, edit. And then it's the same thing. Use a formula equals K4. So again, which is this column. If this equals silver, and and you don't lock it, if this equals silver, then format it like this.
Okay.
And then I just did that for each of these rows. It says customer name, number, customer name, and then class. So I just did individual. I tried to figure out a way if I could just do it all in one conditional formatting, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. Just pick out these three to format at one time. So I just did them individually. So that was mine. And then I believe that's it.
Cool.
Like, it's really not difficult. So I wanted to double check. Oh, I forgot the last step. You're supposed to put in a company logo. And then, what does it say? And then add a freeze pan.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Put in a company logo. How do you put in a company logo?
It just says your choice of an appropriate logo. I guess it wants us to import a picture. I don't know why. So I'm going to throw something in there. Good thing I saw that. And then put a useful title on the report. Add a freeze pan. I don't even know what that is. Freeze pan. Yeah. So I'm going to probably Google that. So, sorry, step 8, I forgot about. So, hey, yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I'm going to stop screen sharing. Do you have any other questions before I stop screen sharing?
No, man. I'm just, I'll be able to go back and watch the video and just, go through it again. But no, it all makes sense. So it's just honestly, a lot of work.
Once you get in there, it's actually really simple. And even putting in a company logo shouldn't be difficult. So I just got to make space to do it. And I got to figure out what a freeze pan is.
Yeah. Cool. I'll just keep yawning. Well, cool, man. I think that's gonna be pretty doable. And that one's due tomorrow night. Have you started on the exam yet?
I haven't even opened it. So I have access to it. I just haven't looked at it at all. How heavy is it?
I haven't done it either, man. No. My in-laws are moving in.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to get that shed done to clear out the garage.
Gotcha. Good luck with that.
Haven't even cracked it yet, man. Don't even know. I got to do this tomorrow and turn this in time, and then, we'll see.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we'll get it done.
Yeah, sure you will. Again, this one, you can probably do it in 20 minutes.
Cool.
So.
Awesome, man.
I'll let you go. Get some sleep.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I gotta check one more class and then I'll go to sleep. So.
Gotcha.
Cool, brother. Well, hey, man, I appreciate it. Have a good night. All right, we'll catch you on the next one.
Yep. Later.
Bye.